Dialogue on the IEBC stalemate could kick off any time after the jubilee-cord leaders thrashed out all the contentious issues that had stalled the search for a non-violent settlement on how to restructure the electoral body ahead of next year's general election.
The issues were listed that were contentious and substantive, and they were dealt with conclusive.
The two teams have, through a process of give and take that was a culmination of meetings and shuttle diplomacy, settled on the agenda of the dialogue, the process, composition of the Joint Parliamentary Select Committee, and duration of the dialogue. The two teams have also resolved to engage experts, receive views from stakeholders, with each of the negotiating teams having one vote each.
What is left now are minor logistical issues and semantics that are not difficult to clear.
However, there are several sticking issues that the teams are still seeking a consensus on. CORD insists President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto must approve the report and draft generated from the dialogue on IEBC on behalf of the Jubilee coalition, with CORD leaders Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka and Moses Wetangula appending their signatures on behalf of the opposition team. The two coalitions, according to CORD, must also whip their members to endorse the pre-negotiated deal on restructuring of IEBC without altering it. The Jubilee team of Kithure Kindiki, Aden Duale and Kiraitu Murungi that met under the chairmanship of Deputy President William Ruto, however, wants Kenyatta, Ruto, Odinga and Musyoka excluded from ratification of the dialogue's final outcome. That role, according to Jubilee, should be assigned to the majority and minority leaders in both houses, since the process was parliamentary.
It would be our big joy if that motion was dispensed with this week, so that the 30 days that the parties are allowed through the select committee to conduct the business and complete it can kick off.
IEBC commissioners have expressed their readiness to exit office if Jubilee and CORD reach such a settlement, but insist on being accorded an honorable exit. The two teams are expected tomorrow to name their 7 members who will represent them in the talks. The points of departure between Jubilee and CORD on the IEBC row have reduced substantially, and all that awaits now is the submission of a joint motion in Parliament to create a roadmap for sending the current commissioners home and restructuring the electoral body ahead of next year's general election. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.